now been assigned to a much more seasoned Hard Wrangler. He has his eyes on Neal at all times. Neal fucking hates him, even more than the last. Just so, turns out that I got Neal integrated into my woodshop class. Woodshop teacher is a fat old man with a large white beard who does not deal with any shit at all due to the possible dangers of his class. Why they let tards into woodshop, I will never know. Tard Wrangler is only allowed to watch from outside of the classroom, as to not disturb the class. Be learning how to make a shelf. Requires us to use a jigsaw. Neal goes to use a jigsaw, completely disregards all safety precautions. Woodshop teacher sees this and shits a brick. Runs over to Neal shouting, "What the hell do you think you're doing? Did you ignore everything I said? Get out of here!" Neal's eyes light up with a fury at the woodshop teacher, showing aggression. Engage Raptard Roar Short Burst Mode. Woodshop has yet to encounter Neal and has no idea what the fuck is going on. He continues to shout aggressively, "What the hell are you doing, kid? I said get out!" Neal has had enough of Santa Claus's shit. Neal tosses the hunk of wood at the old man full force, connects with his head with the power of 12 large Hadron Colliders. Santa is out cold. The seasoned Tard Wrangler sees this and immediately jumps into action. He runs directly at Neal and lunges at him, too slow for the lightning Raptard. Neal avoids it and runs for the door. Wrangler saw this coming and locked the door after he came in. Neal begins to panic. He's never faced a Wrangler this good. Wrangler begins to corner Neal. Neal senses that his defeat is imminent. He silences Raptard roar as Wrangler closes in. He shouts at the Wrangler, "Akumen!" referring to Akumen when he thought was a word equivalent to fuck due to a previous encounter. The Wrangler picks up Neal and prepares to bring him to our Tard HQ. Tard has stopped his resistance entirely. For once, someone has bested Neal. Neal just waves at me and utters that familiar slur of words. "Bye, Pill." This is the only man I've ever seen best Neal. It's the only time Neal has ever been beat. Ever. By a Wrangler. In the future, Neal wrecks this seasoned Wrangler. Fourth column. Almost the end. Neal versus Tard Wrangler 3. Be in 8th grade still. Be about a week after the previous incident. Surprisingly, the school has kept up the whole Tard integration thing going. Neal has it in his head, only 5 feet, with his new Wrangler's shit. He refused to give him an inch of space, not even during lunch, when Neal chills out with me and my friends. Neal has been planning this. Had to, of course. Something so elaborate could not simply have just come out of thin air, even for Neal. Neal waits until lunch to unleash his fury. Remember that all Tards eat lunch at the same time as all the regular kids. Be eating lunch. Happens to be taco day. Neal, out of the blue, unleashes the most violent of his Raptard screeches I've ever heard. The fuck? Neal is unprovoked, and I was very confused as he did not let me in on his plan. Tards start to go bitch tit crazy. Meat, rice, and cheese are soaring over our heads. I duck down as if to avoid the carnage, but continue to watch Neal. This seasoned Tard Wrangler starts his approach to apprehend Neal. Not happening, bro. Neal fucking books using his lightning Raptard speed. All the way to the other side of the cafeteria in milliseconds. Tard Wrangler picks up speed in order to keep pace with Neal, but stops paying attention to the ground. Neal has started to remove his clothes by now. Tard Wrangler's foot hits a pile of taco meat that has been thrown by raging Tards and does a cartoon-style slip right onto his back, now covered in taco ingredients. Neal has completed the process of undressing. He is letting his uncircumcised penis hang for everyone to see. Neal begins to charge the Tard Wrangler. Students look on in the horror to see the events folding before their very eyes, but they could not fathom what is going to happen. Continue his mighty Raptard screech, Neal dives on top of the Wrangler. Engage Tard strength. Even the full-grown Wrangler is not able to fight off Neal's immense Tard strength. Neal silences his Raptard screech and scoops up the stray taco ingredients, shoving them directly into his mouth. He chews it all into a half-digested puree. He's gonna do it. He positions his head directly above the Wranglers, just as he has had to bar the bitch earlier that year, and regurgitates his taco spit puree onto the face of the Wrangler. Neal has had his revenge, and sees no reason to continue the onslaught. He gets off the disoriented taco-covered Wrangler and gets dressed once again. The raging mob of Tards is almost subdued by the other Tard Wranglers. Neal is picked up by one of the Wranglers and dragged towards the cafeteria exit, as another tends to the seasoned Tard Wrangler's wounds. Neal is in complete harmony. He just simply waves goodbye at me and shouts in my direction, "Bye, Pill!" All the while, holding a very toothy grin, because he knows that he has broke the Super Wrangler. Nobody is free from the wrath of Neal. End. That is Neal. Yeah, that is Neal.
The
That is
Neal
why
saga.
he's my new hero.
Best story ever.